Hello and welcome to the Daily Meal for Tuesday, the 17th of March, 2026, St. Patrick's Day. Congratulations. Now, we start off with this. Under 21s beaten by Peterborough United. Millwall's under 21s were beaten 2-1 by Peterborough United in the Professional Development League on Tuesday afternoon. The Posh took an early lead at Calmont Road through Benjamin McWilliams-Meccano. But after numerous chances went astray at the beginning of the second half, the Lions were able to get back on terms through Jaden Celestine-Charles. Just 10 minutes after coming on as a substitute, the striker looked to battle his way through to goal until he was brought down on the edge of the penalty area, causing the referee to point to the spot. Celestine-Charles picked himself up and took the penalty, only for the Posh's keeper to save it. Oh no! But hang on, Jaden tapped home the rebound. Whew. However, with 14 minutes to play, Bolawatfi Shofawoku beat Ronnie Sandford at the near post to secure all 3 points for the visitors. Next up for Millwall's under 21s is the visit of Watford on Friday afternoon, kick-off at 2 p.m. again at Calmont Road. The team was as follows: Sandford, Mansour, Amuse, Massey, Harry Taylor, Dyer, Lovelace, Lamptey, Redhead, Trialist A, Kendall, Lindner, Whitby, Payton, Celestine-Charles and Forbes are the substitutes. And we can see that clearer here on the team sheet. And we can also see that number 10 is Bo Masters McDonald. So that's the trialist. So, okay. Interesting. Who is that? Obviously, because we lost the game, there's not much to talk about. I think we're just, treading water until the end of the season. We see how we go. But obviously, they are bringing trialists in, so I assume they're already rebuilding, looking to rebuild for next season to bring new players in. I don't think any of these players will be let go, because I don't think they're 21. And I think, I'm not sure, to be honest. But I think maybe one or two, but I'm not sure. I don't think so. Now, who is this guy? Well, he's a Southend United player. I believe he is still a Southend United player, but it's hard to get details because he's actually an under-18 player, but he has signed a professional contract. As you can see, he has a 27 number, so he's just got a squad number. The thing is, right, now, Southend United, you may remember them, they're a non-league team now. They've been a non-league team for 5 years. This is their 5th season in non-league. And they have not really looked like coming anywhere close to getting promoted from the non-league. I think the highest they finished is 7th, which I think is a playoff place in the semi-finals, but obviously they didn't get promoted through there. But they are the most well-attended team in non-league. They have thousands and thousands of fans, and thousands more fans than any other team in the National League. So you would imagine they would have a budget, but they don't. They ain't putting it on the pitch, seemingly. But there are things off the pitch that need to be dealt with. I understand tax matters and ground situation. So but he does have a squad number. Now here's the thing. Obviously under 19, he's under 18, but the youth system in non-league where Southend are now is the National League Under 19 Alliance. It's an under 19 competition because you can't, obviously, keeping players on for another 2 years, keeping a full team on for another 2 years when most of the players ain't going to go into your first team if you're in non-league. Even how many young players play for Millwall at least once from the juniors? How many of them are regulars. Billy Mitchell, Danny Mack. I mean, not many. You look at Bangor Williams. He came in, played a bit. Now he's back on the bench. Amaku. Obviously, we brought him in at a young age. He was in the youth, and but he wasn't homegrown to some extent. He was just kind of brought in and then finished in the youth team. But what was I talking about? Oh yeah, under 19. So their youth team runs up to the under 19. So once you get to the age of 19 or 20, they have to say, well, are you going to be involved in our youth team or in the first team? Because if you're not, we have to let you go. And Bo McDonald is, I believe, he's just turned 19. So one would assume that they have taken the decision to release him, which is why he's on trial. Now, he was on trial. He had a trial game for Luton last month. They played in a 3-3 draw. Under 21s. Luton under 21s played in a 3-3 draw against Billericay Town. I'm not sure what competition it is. I couldn't really get. It's hard to get details about this stuff. I'm not sure if it was a friendly or if it's some kind of cup competition. Because obviously Luton are. I don't think they're in the PDL. They must be in the Youth Alliance. But then Billericay, I'm sure Billericay must be in the non-league system. So again, I don't know what that was about. Right. Bo McDonald is a first year, can play midfield or attack. He made his first team debut in October 2023. Yes, he has played for Southend first team. But you do get the situation. He's actually their fourth youngest player in history for Southend. You do get the kind of feeling because he came off the bench, and he started a game. But other than that, it's not much. So you get the feeling, because shortly after that, he signed a professional contract. So you do get the kind of feeling that was kind of like, okay, we need him to sign that contract in case someone comes in for him. Let's get him in the first team. I think he's, on the fringes. And as soon as he signed the contract, he gets sent back to the under-19s. Bait and switch. The manager said Bo's been at the club since he was an under-7, and we're all very happy that Bo has wanted to stay with the club. Bo is a positive, forward-thinking player that loves to attack, to build, create and take goal-scoring opportunities for the team by showing a very good range of passing and also creative one-touch play in and around the opposition penalty area. Bo is a hard-working player when the team is out of possession and communicates with other players to organise them, and also presses or marks, tracks opposition midfield players. Wow, sounds like a scouting report there. Bo himself said, I've been at Southend since I was 6. It's been an incredible journey with many highs and a few lows. And some of my highlights include getting my scholarship and making my debut as a 15-year-old. But this was in the third round of the FA Youth Cup. So the FA Youth Cup is an under-18 competition, and he played in that as a 15-year-old. So, I look forward to representing the club for many years to come. Well, looks like that's going to be happening. From a little boy watching the youth team play to now being part of it is a massive achievement, and it's pushed me to aspire for bigger and better things. So, there you go. Now, bizarrely, as a young player, 16 years old, 17 years old, they're sending him out on loan. So he's going out on loan. He's been on like 3 or 4 loans now. He's gone to Concord Rangers on loan. They're in the Isthmian League North Division. And this was last season, so 24-25, 17 years old. Send him out on loan. He made his debut the season before that for the first team, 23-24, as a 16-year-old. And he's been named on the bench 4 times, but he didn't play. And this was the season before. So this is 23-24. This is from echonews.co.uk. Went out on loan to the Essex Senior League. Okay. But again, so this would have been as a 17, 18-year-old. However, we also have this from echonews.co.uk. Southend United boss Kevin Meyer explains Bo McDonald's omission. And this is from November 2023. So this would have been the 23-24 season. So not last season, the season before, when he would have been 16-17. And he says, Southend United boss Kevin Meyer opted against including Bo McDonald in his squad for Saturday's match with Chesterfield at Roots Hall. The 16-year-old midfielder has been on the bench for the Blues' last 5 matches, but Meyer felt it was the right decision not to include McDonald in his squad against the league leaders. Bo has played today for the youth team, said Meyer. It's one of those where he's brilliant, but if you look at him, he's stick thin. He needs to keep playing football for his development, so he's played today. I didn't want to risk a top of the table clash, and if anything was to happen to him, I wouldn't want that to be on my case. So obviously, it's non-league, quite physical, men's football, physical, non-league. And he presumed that he wasn't up to it physically and he could get injured, so he didn't want to include him in the squad. Oh dear. So, that doesn't look good. But I've seen some rumours as well online, nothing concrete, no stories written up about this. He hasn't played that much this season, 25-26. Obviously, for the youth system that they're in, the under-19 alliance, whatever that is, not much about that. But otherwise, on the Southend forum, seems to suggest that he had an injury and he's been missing for most of this season. He must have got the injury in like June or July, or maybe even later than that. So, seems to be quite a serious injury. We're talking about rehab. So maybe that's obviously affected whether they're going to keep him on or not. So that is the trialist that was played today. Obviously, we don't have any footage from the game, so we don't know how well he played. Obviously, there is a game on Friday, so you would assume if he's any good, if he was okay, maybe they'll. If he was that great, they would have signed him up straight away, But maybe they'll try him in the game on Friday as well. I don't know, but there you go. Now, will you look at this? Right. So, what do you see here? What do you see? It says, watch Millwall Lionesses versus Sutton United for free! ! However, what you don't see is this is actually the Junior Lions Fun Day. There is a little clue there. There's a bouncy castle and a silhouette with some musical notes around them. But yeah, so Millwall Lionesses take on Sutton United at the Den this international break, and season ticket holders can attend for free. Supporters can still get their football fix during the international break on Sunday the 29th of March with a full family day out at the Den. See, you've hit it. They've swapped it around because I think more people would probably be interested in the Junior Lions Fun Day. No offence, but I said it the other day. The Lionesses as they are now are not the Lionesses that were taken away a few years ago. That's the Lionesses were playing WS2, the Women's Super League 2, and now they're playing like, they're playing in like the equivalent of the Essex League. So, the day begins with the annual Junior Lions Fun Day from 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. before the Millwall Lionesses kick off against Sutton United at 1:30 p.m. Taking place at the start of the Easter holidays, the event offers the perfect opportunity for families looking for something fun to do while supporting the Millwall Lionesses. The Junior Lions Fun Day is free to attend and will take place in the fan zone, featuring a wide range of activities for young supporters, including a DJ, face painters, bouncy castles and slides, as well as inflatables such as football, penalty shootout, basketball shootout, inflatable darts. How does that work? Inflatable darts? Surely they would pop. And gladiator duel. Oh, that's you. Oh, the thing with the giant cotton buds, and you're sitting on the or you're standing on the thing, and you've got to knock the other person off. That sounds fantastic. That sounds fantastic. Get Grandad up on that. Get him up there. Supporters can then head inside the den to cheer on the Millwall Lionesses with season ticket holders and members. So it's members as well. So they've hidden that as well. You have to get to the last paragraph until they tell you that. Able to attend the match for free. General admission tickets are priced at £5 for adults and £3 for over 64s and under 18s otherwise. So there you go. So this is what, the 29th. So not this Sunday, next Sunday. Sunday week, the 29th. There's a fun day. Now these things are usually, obviously, junior lions. You have to be a junior lion, so you have to be, you have to be of a certain age, and you have to be a member. So a junior lion member. It doesn't say anything about that being the case here, but. You know, if it's a public event and they're inviting people to come, although obviously the public event is at 1:30, does that mean the whole thing is a public event? I assume it's not, because it's during the Lions Fun Day, and it's never been the case. But if people start turning up from 1 o'clock to 1:30 to go to the game, and they're not junior line members, like who are we playing again? Oh, Sutton United. Let's say there's Sutton United fans, Sutton United kids there. You're going to turn them away? Like, I don't know. But the club would like to thank Sodexo Live! And Fanatics for supporting this year's Junior Lions Fun Day. Fanatics will be offering Junior Lions an exclusive 10% discount on full price items when they present their team card at the till point. So again, that suggests it's a Junior Lions only event. As well as running a spin to win wheel, with prizes and giveaways for young fans. Both the Lions store and merchandise unit in the fan zone will be open. The Lions store will be open from 11 to 4. So this is Sunday, it's not normally open on the Sunday. Whilst the merchandise unit will be open for the fun day at 11 to 1:30 p.m. Food and drink will also be available to purchase with the SC16 bus bar and double pie and mash unit open throughout the event. If you're looking for something to do with the kids this afternoon, come down to the den, enjoy the Junior Lions Fun Day, and get behind the Millwall Lionesses in what promises to be a fantastic day for the whole family. Bosh. So yeah, Lionesses fixture list, which is obviously, you can find it on the Mill website. If you go to matches, it's there. And they normally play their games at Fisher FC Stadium, which is called St Paul's Sports Ground, which is by Rotherhithe Station. So there you go. Now, hello, here you go. Right, donate to Mill Community Trust with match worn shirt. Okay, here's the thing. Right. So match-worn shirts of Millwall's Sky Bet Championship fixture against Blackburn Rovers are now available for auction, with proceeds going to Mill Community Trust. Only MCT branded tops from the likes of Femi Aziz, Mihailo Ivanovic, Luke Kundal and more by placing a bid at the link above. Good luck. So obviously these are the shirts in question. They've not got Wicket Group on them. They've not got My Guava on them. They've got Community Day 2026. And if you go to mws.com, match one shirt, here we go. Now, I don't know if it's people because they've got a problem with Millwall Community Trust, whether it's because it's a defeat against Blackburn Rovers, or whether there's not been much publicity about this. But these are very cheap indeed. I mean, 20 quid for a Billy Mitchell signed shirt, worn and signed. Zach Sturge, £24, was barely used. He got sent off, didn't he? He got sent off in the 59th minute. That won't be that sweaty. Danny Mack, 20 quid. Femi is only £47. Obviously, this isn't a representation because it doesn't have it's not going to have my guava on it. These ones, so they've done these ones properly. So you click on them and they spin around. Woo, 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 woo. But I mean, look at this. So Ivanovic 48, Barry Bannon 44. But look at this, Crocombes £6. So they got the sub bench as well. Max Crocombes, he didn't get on the pitch. That's barely been used. It's not going to have any smell to it. Issued and signed £6. £6 for that. That's cheaper than a club shop. Like, what are we doing here? It's insane. Tom Watson, £78. Interesting. Ballo, £19. Langstaff, £30. So, and it's only 4 days left. So, Mazusako, £11. So, yeah, I mean, might be worth one to keep an eye on. So, when does it actually close? Is there an actual time? Shall we click on it? Where are we going? Right, let's click on this. When is... Right, 4 days, 16 hours, 41 minutes and 1 second. So, when would that be? So, 4 days is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So, I assume it's Saturday. So, at some point on Saturday, would that be during kickoff of the Ipswich game? So at some point on Saturday, the bidding is going to be finished. So maybe check back. Maybe I'll show you on Friday or Thursday in a couple of days and see what it prices. But you do have to pay extras, of course. So that £6 actually takes up to £23. Hidden extras. Wow. Oh, shipping as well is going to cost you £6.50. Well, there you go. But this is a keeper that could be, fingers crossed, playing at the World Cup. And I told you about this the other day, but here we go. From millfc.co.uk, Max Crocombes called up by New Zealand for March internationals. So Max Crocombes has been called up by New Zealand for their March international fixtures. The All Whites meet Finland and Chile in friendly fixtures in Auckland as they get ready for the 2026 FIFA World Cup in the summer. Keep up to date with the progress of Max and all the Mills other internationals in Mills International Roundup following the break. Any more international call-ups will be confirmed. So here we go. Obviously, kick-off time in England 6 a.m, 7 a.m. These games, I understand they've done a deal with FIFA Plus, and the games will be on FIFA Plus. But I'm not sure if that's going to be worldwide or just restricted to Anzac. So we'll see. I'll let you know, obviously, around the time. So this is what next weekend. So there you go. And on that note, thank you for watching, and goodbye.